Most existing language learning applications focus on vocabulary acquisition through preloaded flashcards. We quickly identified that learning vocabulary and grammar is something heavily supported everywhere, in applications, textbooks, and classrooms. However, we realized that fluency is an integral part of language learning, which is difficult to master. Two Japanese exchange students told us they had been studying English for 7 years, but their English was so broken we could barely understand them. Another student told us, completely fluently, that he had been studying English for 3 years. How was he so good even though he had spent only half the time? Easy. He actively practiced speaking English and sought out feedback. So we came up with the idea of Confluence, a mobile application which allows foreign language learners to connect with native speakers even if they don't know any personally. We focused on targeting language learners who had a solid grammatical background but needed help improving their speaking skills. We initially considered having a private messaging feature, but user feedback revealed concerns about response latency. What if your partner slowed responding? And unverifiable accuracy. What if you're not sure you're getting the best feedback? Our users encouraged us to explore our public crowdsourced feed idea instead, believing it to be a quicker, more reliable way of obtaining help. Jane is one of our target users. She's a Canadian native, fluent in English, and she's learning Spanish in her free time. She has some questions about her inflection, but doesn't know anyone she can ask. On the other side of the world, we have David, who's from Spain and has been learning English. He has a solid background in vocabulary and grammar, but he's been having some trouble with his accent. Confluence connects people like Jane and David together, providing a platform for crowdsourcing questions about anything from pronunciation to inflection of longer phrases to specific questions about accent or dialectical differences. And the best part? You get direct feedback on your own voice from a native speaker who is able to hear the nuances and details in their mother tongue. Rather than listening to automated pronunciations online or getting a numerical rating on your pronunciation, what does 80% on Duolingo mean anyways? Confluence enables users to receive tips about the specifics of speaking a language. This is the main newsfeed of our application where users can check through questions and answer any that they can help with. But say a user wants to add a new language that they want to learn. They would come down here, click on this, type in the language, click on it, and then it would be added to the languages they want to learn. And then you can say, oh, I want to look at the French questions. Let's say the question they want to ask isn't answered yet. They can ask the question themselves by clicking at the bottom, selecting their language, asking their question, recording it, bonjour, and posting it. Then say a separate user comes along and wants to answer that question. They just click on the question, type in their answer, and add their recording. Bonjour. They can listen to that and post it. Confluence is built on Node.js with MongoDB and Express. Our implementation works across cellular devices, as seen at our demo on Wednesday, and is able to populate a user's feed with questions, responses, and audio recordings posted by others. Further goals include implementing notifications when users receive feedback, keeping track of each user's karma based on how many helpful answers they have posted, and implementing user login via Facebook to pull what languages a user knows automatically. Thank you.